As if you are a receptionist. You're on the phone. You have not made one business contact. All the things you are talking, rubbish. Absolute rubbish. What? And after you finish, say, you know what? For 3 days now, my waist has been paining me. You have not read one chapter to remove waist pain. But you have answered phone call for 5 hours. Take 3 hours to read the Bible. You will never have the waist pain. I get up and say, no more. I've been having flu for 3 days now. This thing is like coronavirus. The chest, you know, this thing. People now, everything they say is coronavirus. They say this thing is the chest, so the chest is like coronavirus. You better read Bible. Better read Bible. I told the people, I said, what is coronavirus? Coronavirus is not a virus that is corona. Virus that is what? People are making noise about coronavirus. To me, it's rubbish. Malaria. Did you make noise about malaria? Malaria kills more people in Nigeria than coronavirus. Every day, people die of malaria. In the villages, they die. So when I will talk about coronavirus, closing border up and down, for what? And Nigeria doesn't even have it. I don't think Nigeria has it. Because you've heard Dr. Kwesi say that they say he had it. It's malaria tablets they gave him. So if it's coronavirus, why would they give malaria tablet? Nigeria, they are using it to eat money. Eat money. Governors eat money. Corporations eat money. They tell lies. They take money from federal aid government. They take money from aid associations. They don't have malaria overseas. Africa, Nigeria, they are already used to malaria. So corona cannot attack the people who have malaria. Nigerians are already heavily, they are malaria themselves. So is it corona now that we, my friend? Nigeria, the people who have it, I don't think they are up to the number they are calling. The number they are calling, I don't think is the number. When one person have high temperature, fever, now they say it's corona, quarantine him. 56 people have been taken, 10 people, 20, 50, 46 have been discharged. Where did they treat them? Okay, River State now have no center. Many states don't have center, but they are discharging people. So where are they discharging them from? They don't even have testing kits. Yeah. So where did they discharge them from? Just have funny things. My friend, read Bible. So corona will not come near you. It won't come near you in Jesus' name. I read Bible, so I'm not afraid of corona. I'm not afraid. Read Bible. Read what? Every time you even give the analysis more than the doctors. You talk as if you're a doctor. I said, one day I said, you're not a doctor. Are you not a medical practitioner? Why are you talking like this? Some of you, you've read the tip to a point, you're even afraid. Even when you move like this, the tip moves you like shadow. It follows, news, words have power. We have to hear power. Some of you, even in your sleep, you see that like clown. When someone says, he said, oh boy, he's sneezing now. Oh boy, why are you sneezing now? Why are you sneezing? Why are people not sneezing before now? Somebody even want to make hand like this. Say, no way, but don't shake anybody. Don't shake anybody. It's coronavirus. I see all our governors in Nigeria covering their face. Abroad, in UK, when they're giving speech, they don't cover face. Here now, they cover face like masquerades. Did you see Donald Trump cover his face? You know what? Anything we do in Nigeria, we overdo it. How can you cover your face and be talking? How will somebody hear your face? Are you a masquerade? Cover everywhere. Say the coronavirus. So the governor, you have coronavirus. Then test yourself now whether you don't have. We have a problem here. Let them give money to all of them so they can calm down. I'm sure what Nigeria needs, every governor, they just share money to them. Let them, they can leave Nigeria alone. Open the borders. They should find money for all of them. They need money. They really need money. They're giving Lagos State government money, so they should give everybody money so that all this closure will stop. If you find some money for all of them, the closure will not continue again. They are yelling me from federal government. They should just find some money, give to some of them, give to this one, give to good money. So that all this closure of 21 days, 5 days will stop. They should find money and give them. Please, they should just find money. Please, find money and give them. All this is it's money they need. Just find money and give them. Since you gave 10 billion to Lagos, find some more money and give. They should find, do now. They should give money to, like River State, they should give them money. And they're not the ones producing oil. They're the ones producing the. Why would you not give them? Give them. I mean, they produce the oil of Nigeria. Why will you not find them something? So they are the one producing the whole oil. I mean, let's leave sentiments. Find them something. Find them. They can't produce oil. They now give to only Lagos State. For what? Lagos, do they produce oil? Lagos do not produce oil. So we are preaching from Port Harcourt. So find them something. Make people rest. They should find River State money. All this problem will end. Find debtors more money too. Find which other state produce oil. Akwa Ibom. They should give Bayelsa. You know, Bayelsa is very angry. Bayelsa, they even use police from church to church. So they are very angry. So you won't blame them. They should give Bayelsa more money. River State big money. give Delta some money. All this coronavirus will just end. Please, federal government, find a small thing. so that they can leave citizens to rest. Rise to your feet, amen. Amen. Praise the Lord. How will you find Lagos State and not find all these people? Lagos State that has no oil, you give them money. Give. They gave Kanu. Kanu has no oil. From my friend, give the oil producing people. Give them. It's true. They give them. How can they produce the oil? You won't give them something. Find them something. Better money too. So that if you look, the oil producing areas are very angry, and it's not their fault. Bias are on. They use police from church to church. The governor wants to say so. This bias won't give us anything. Anyway, so I don't blame them. Amen. Money has power. Amen. It can make you laugh. It can make you get angry. Have they given you money before you frown? Check well. If you're angry, somebody give you a bundle of money. Say, God bless you. Thank you. So nobody gets angry with money. Glory to God. So you are going to tell God, Lord, Holy Spirit, be my helper. Be my what? Guide me into the truth. Guide me into let me be conscious of your person. That from today, as I read the word of God, everything about the word. As if you are a receptionist. You're on the phone. You have not made one business contact. All the things you are talking, rubbish. Absolute rubbish. What? And after you finish, say, you know what? For 3 days now, my waist.
Wow, oh wow, wow, oh wow, wow, oh wow. Yesterday, it was fire. Social media was ablaze. And I purposely decided not to say PIM. I didn't say PIM yesterday. Very good evening to you. Welcome to Late Night Talk. My name is Kofi Bartels, West Africa's #1 media personality. Yes, indeed. It's great to have you on Late Night Talk today. I want to thank all of you who are jumping in here for the first time. We do this every night from 9:30 p.m. for an hour to like 10:30, 11 p.m. It's always very interesting, always very exciting. I can see a lot of people have jumped in today. Welcome. We welcome all the new members, the new watchers and all that. But this issue, yesterday, I just spent time watching and watching and watching. Today, we have no guest. You are the guest. So all you have to do is pick your phone right now and call the number 080-620-99556. Call the number 080-620-99556 is in the post. And tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. You can tell those who are watching right now what you think. A lot of things are flying around. I've seen some videos on YouTube. I've seen some posts online, especially on social media, saying that we're not getting the full picture. That we are not getting the full picture. That the man of God, Papa David IBIYEOMIE, preached a full sermon. And that for you to understand what it is he was saying, you have to go back and watch the full sermon. I don't know. But the question I have on my mind is, did he say those things? Did Papa say those words? Some people are claiming, they were edited. That the script was, the video was edited. The one on social media was edited and all that. But I don't know. But did he say those things? Really? That's number one. Whether he preached a sermon before, did he say those things? Number two, did he say anything wrong? I don't know what you think about these people, but I want you to call. I'll play another video, the one that that made the rounds on Instagram. I think it's Media Apostle or something. That's the name of the account. I'll play that video so you can watch it. But call me right now. I'm typing the number, so let's put the number up. Okay, let's put the number up so that they can see. Call 080-620-99556 to contribute. Okay, 080-620-620-99556. I'll put that again. 080-620-99556. 556 you can tweet. I can see the messages are pouring in already. We'll play the video again so that you can watch it. We'll play the other one that was on Instagram and that trended more than other videos have trended. Do you think people are being fair in their, their assessment of this? A lot of people have really criticized the man of God, David IBIYEOMIE. But let's for those of you who have not watched the video, let's go back and give you the account as published by Daily Post. Okay, so this is what Daily Post said. David IBIYEOMIE, founder of and general overseer of Salvation Ministries, has said that coronavirus is a scam, according to the Daily Post. They go on to say, IBIYEOMIE in a sermon on Sunday said Nigeria doesn't have the virus, and even if it does, the figures released by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control were fake. The figures released by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control was fake, is what he's quoted as saying by Daily Post. According to him, the article continues, COVID-19 is rubbish, and the government is using the deadly disease to embezzle funds. He added that malaria has killed more Nigerians than coronavirus. And he's quoted as saying, quote, coronavirus is just a virus. People are making noise about coronavirus. To me, it's rubbish. Malaria kills more people in Nigeria than coronavirus. He went on to say, quote, in the villages, they die. So when we are closing borders up and down, for what? I don't even think Nigeria has it, because you have heard Dr. C say that they said he has it and they gave him malaria tablets. If he had it, why would they give him malaria tablets? He said, that is an interesting question by the man of God. It says, if he had it, why would they give him malaria tablets? Call me right now. Oh my. 080-620-99556 to analyze everything that David IBIYEOMIE said. Call me right now, 080-620-99556. The number is in the post, and I've also typed it here in case you need to copy it out. 080-620-99556. What else did he say? He said if they gave Raymond Dukwesi malaria tablets when he had coronavirus, why did they give him malaria tablets? David IBIYEOMIE goes on to say, quote, in Nigeria, they are using it to eat money. Governors and corporations are telling lies and eating money. The government takes money from federal aids and aid association, okay? They don't have malaria overseas. Nigerians are already used to malaria. In fact, they are malaria themselves. Even if Nigeria has it, I don't think it is up to the number they are calling, he says. We have a call coming through. Let's see who is here. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, thanks for joining us. Late Night Talk. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Abia State, to be precise.
What's your name?
Umaya. Mr. Ike.
Ike, thanks for joining us. Please go on.
All right. I think the pastor, to me, I think what he said on last Sunday in his church sermon was really unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
I do love him as an inspirational pastor that we have in River State.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever he speaks and he teaches a lot on the way things in life, and from there you will really be inspired, and from there you can learn one or two things. But this particular sermon to me is a complete deviation from what he is supposed to say.
Why?
Because, sorry?
How? Why?
It deviated because as it stands now, the fact the COVID-19 war in Nigeria is something that both the churches, government, everybody will have to come together and fight it. And I cannot remember any part of the war since a word like this or someone like this coming from any known pastor. Even if they might have something right at the back of their mind, I think it's better to keep it. It's better to keep it. Because by saying that, the person said, what the person said, you are sitting give a refuter to AIT and that communication to retrieve that statement that what he said was really out of place. And another one, there's a video that has gone viral, which he was the one that said he cured someone that came in contact with this case.
Yeah.
In Ogun State sometime.
Mm-hmm.
And it was coronavirus. I don't know if you can get it from the internet. It's right there.
Yes.
Which I'm praying people to see.
Okay.
Which he said it was coronavirus, anointing oil, and the rest.
Okay.
Now, how do you now differentiate that? He cured coronavirus, and now there's no coronavirus. Then can you say what he cured them with anointing oil was malaria? So you can see the conflicting situation here. So I believe it was the question they should be asking now, because I know there are some churches in Nigeria that full church open, they allow their churches to open. If we can ask the River State government why, I think they need to open the church as well as other states they are doing. Ask the River State government. I think the governor is a listening governor to him, and which I believe one we can listen to, or maybe probably on a Sunday, or increase the number. Because I remember there was a time the governor had to shift sanitation because people were coming for Saturday.
Was it 5 Nights of Glory or something? Anniversary or something?
I remember what I'm saying.
Okay.
There was a kind of newly converted Saturday training during 5 Nights of Glory.
Okay.
And the governor had to cancel sanitation because of that. So I believe if we can talk to the governor can equally possibly increase the number. Because as it stands now, I think it cannot be more than 50. Because the governor listen to him. I give him that respect as well. So you shouldn't come and say that. And most of the church member might be disappointed somehow, even if they might not come out and say it.
Oh, really? You feel the church members are disappointed?
They don't really come out and say it that they are disappointed with that comment. As the man they love and as the represented man of God. But each and everyone from the back of our mind, we know that you shouldn't have said that. Even if you can say that somewhere where we not that we go viral. Maybe probably in the case where only the few people are few members, you can just mere discussion. Probably you didn't know that this thing will actually go viral like this. And it doesn't speak good of him as a respected man of God. Okay,
so before you go, is there anything wrong in a man of God also having a view of issues in the national sphere? He has a view. He has his own opinion. Are men of God exempted from having?
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong, but there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong in him airing his opinion or opinion about it. But what I'm saying is that when you are having a contrary opinion, because each and everyone believes in a layman who are not fully lenient. There's this kind of mentality they have about COVID, that COVID is not real. But coming from a man of God that is well respected, he will not bootleg the saying that there is no coronavirus in Nigeria. You can see a lot of people, even in the internet, that gone viral. People are not referring to him, referring to the person. So it doesn't speak well of the fight with the federal government. They are trying to contain, even the River State government, they are trying to contain the virus. Somebody coming out as a respected man of God saying that this thing does not exist, that is malaria. I think malaria is deadlier. It translates, and the members, a lot of people will remember because they believe in him. They know Papa might be saying this, might be inspired with the Holy Spirit for him to be saying this. There are people that will go to that extent. They don't want to know, it's not a scientific interpretation. So in order to see, you cannot at any point in time talk to in the national polity. You have the right, you have the freedom of it to discover, not things that might have people to get different opinion on things of the present situation that we are. Because nobody is happy with this present situation we are now. Whereby all the economies of the nation have been bastardized, nothing is going on, we don't even know where we are going. Look at River State now, everything is in further notice. We don't know what next.
Okay.
That was why I have to relocate to Umuahia as I speak.
Oh, really? You relocated to Umuahia? Because of the lockdown?
Sorry?
Because of the lockdown?
Yes, because of the lockdown, the condition there is in human situation. You have to relocate to another to be doing. Yes.
Wow.
If you check the back, a lot of people have actually relocated to neighboring states.
Okay. Okay. I want to thank you very much. I want to thank you very much for your time. And you referred to a particular video where people were some person was healed from coronavirus and all that. We have all that on the program today. We're playing that. I want to thank you. What's your name again, sir?
Mr. Ike.
Mr. Ike. Okay. Calling from Umwa here.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I want to thank you very much for your time.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Okay. That's the call. Interesting. Feel free to call 080-620-99556 and have your say. Talk to me. 080-620-99556. Another call is coming through. Good evening.
Hello.
What's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
Thank you. My name is Boniface. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Okay, you sound pretty low. Can you take your phone off earpiece if you're using earpiece so we can hear you well?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Are you using an earpiece?
No. I'm not using that.
Okay. Then go on, please. Go on.
Okay, you see, I have a problem with that demon. It was just, I think, about 4 to 5 days when the spiritual father of IBIYEOMI'S come up to tell the whole world that he has healed about 52 persons from the same coronavirus. I don't think that you have gotten it right. Hello?
Yeah, can you repeat yourself? You sound very faint. Come again, please.
I said, look at this kind of contradiction. The other time, Oyedepo said he healed the 2 people from the same coronavirus that today the IBIYEOMI'S thing is not existing. Did you have that case with you?
Okay. Oh, you're talking about. Okay.
Contradicting. This one will come up with this. This one will come up with this. From the same medicine, his own spiritual father is telling the world that he has healed the 2 people. Then again, we come up to say there is nothing like this. Please, it's just that everything about life. Honestly, I am not happy hearing this kind of thing coming from a person like that.
Okay, all right. We lost him there. He said he's not happy hearing this kind of thing coming from a person like that. 080-620-99556. 080-620-99556. Feel free to call. I have another call coming through. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening. What's your name?
Bartels.
Hi. What's your name?
My name is Enzo. I'm calling from Oka.
Enzo. You won't be left out of this one. Enzo, please go on. We're listening to you.
I have to air my own submission.
Okay, please go on.
Kofi Bartels.
Mm-hmm.
You guys should stop calling these people pastor.
Oh, really?
These guys are just businessmen.
Really?
In a Senate society, are you aware in the UK, Christian Yakume Church radio station has been shut down?
You're talking about TV.
The public.
Okay, you got Love World TV.
It has been sanctioned.
Yes.
Love World has been sanctioned in the UK.
Okay.
That's the country where the law enforcement are ready to enforce law whenever it's broken by a citizen of that country. But live in a society where a pastor will come on TV and utter gibberish, and people will be celebrating him. I don't get it. What does David IBIYEOMI'S know? The man knows next to nothing.
What you seem to not be seem to not being fair on the man when you say he knows next to nothing.
No. In a Senate society, the man is misleading the public, coming on air to tell Nigerians that there's nothing like COVID-19, that is malaria that is killing Nigerians.
Is he not entitled, to airing his own opinion?
His uninformed opinion, but he shouldn't use that his uninformed opinion to mislead the public. That is the problem. He has a lot of gullible followers. His gullible followers will take him seriously, and to the next day they'll come out to tell you there's nothing like COVID-19. Are you not getting the point, Kofi Bartels? The man is misleading the public. The man is misleading gullible Nigerians, ignorant and brainwashed people who know next to nothing about life. Yet the man is still walking the streets of Nigeria, free man. That man ought to be in a gulag by now.
And so if David IBIYEOMI'S says, I don't believe, all that's happening. Haven't you heard people who say, government just want you, they chop money, they won't use this thing, they chop money.
The man
should be ashamed of himself. According to IBIYEOMIE, he has the ability to commune with the Holy Spirit. Let him go to the isolation center and heal people who have been infected with COVID-19.
What if he was being sarcastic? Maybe he was just cracking a joke, which I feel he was.
I was not being sarcastic. Lack of tithe and offering is making the man run mad. He's no longer getting tithe. He's no longer getting offering on daily basis.
Excuse me,
It's making the man run mad. That is a simple truth, Kofi Bartels. You guys should not let all these religious leaders to deceive Nigerians. The man cannot be in a fly, not to talk about a human being. Let him go to the hospital and heal sick people. There are hundreds of Nigerians in the hospital waiting for people to come and heal them. Yet he sits in the comfort of his home in Germany and claims he has the power to heal the sick. What COVID-19?
What if I tell you that David IBIYEOMIE has never said he has the power, but it's God who uses him,
God? Kofi, can you let's talk about let's face reality and stop talking about fictional characters. Why which God? Does he have? If he claimed he had the ability to commune with the Holy Spirit, like I said, let him go to the hospital and heal people. This is not the same man that has been telling us how he healed. He has raised the dead. He has done blah blah blah. He has made the blind see. COVID-19 is out. They're all running.
Enzo, are you sure? Enzo, you are an atheist. You're my friend. Okay, I love you so much. But are you sure you're not just jumping on this as an opportunity to lambast another man of God?
No. Do you know that if IBIYEOMIE were to be in the UK, they would have arrested him. He dare not utter the kind of words in the UK. In a Senate society, he will be arrested because they know he has a lot of followers. If he utters that kind of ignorant comment in the UK, I can tell you for free, David IBIYEOMIE will be in a court by now. They are saying it in Nigeria because we have leaders who are not ready to enforce the law. How can a man like a David IBIYEOMIE be misleading the public and the people are keeping him quiet? We have law enforcement who also have arrested a man and locked him up. He should be in a Golan. Let him go to UK and utter this word. Are you aware that Oyerobo cannot enter UK? He cannot go to UK. They have a law in UK and they're waiting to enforce it anytime he steps his foot in UK. So to have him arrested. But here in Nigeria, you will see pastors who let innocent people, they will still let them go scot-free because there's nobody who's ready to enforce the law. We believe so much in this religion, and these so-called men of God, these called men of God, are using religion to clean and brainwash vulnerable people, and yet to want the country to make progress. How would the country make progress? We have a lot of ignorant people as leaders and horrible followers. What are we talking about? I really do not get it. That man should be arrested if they want to make progress in this part of the world. He should be in a Golan.
So you are not screaming and shouting about politicians who are embezzling money and people are dying maybe as a result of hold on sir as a result of the negligence. You are shouting over a man of God who just aired his opinion that does not affect your budget. That does not affect. It doesn't affect your budget. It does not affect your national life. It does not affect your infrastructure. He's not an elected leader. He's just an individual doing his thing somewhere, and he's aired his view. And you're pulling your hair out, but you're not pulling your hair about the politicians whom you put there, who are not doing the things that they ought to do, and probably are even looting the national treasury.
I'm holding my leaders accountable. If I see a man misleading the public, I'm going to criticize that man. You cannot sit in the comfort of a home and mislead people. David IBIYEOMIE has a job. The man is jobless. Apart from feeding part of people's gullibility, does he have any other source of income? Now, I want you to tell me, what's the difference between David IBIYEOMIE and the average politician on the street? They're all the same thing. They all move on the same wavelength. Does David IBIYEOMIE has a job? What is his job? What is his job description? He doesn't have a job. His job is like an average Nigerian politician who believes in looting. For himself, he's using his brain to feed part of people's gullibility.
Is he looting your national treasury?
He's looting people's stuff. He's looting what that belongs to majority of Nigerians.
People make offerings or donations in church and they're not complaining. He didn't put a gun to anybody's head to say.
Let me tell you, most of the major donors in that church are politicians. Where do they get their money from? They go to government. Most of the big donors in the church are politicians. Where do they get their money from? From the same government. After losing the government, they go to church and pay tithe. I tell me the man is not aiding and abetting crime. What are we talking about?
Okay.
Are we okay in this part of the world? Yet want to make progress.
And so do you have a list of the membership of Salvation Ministries?
I don't need rocket science. I know a lot of people who are politicians who worship in that business center. I know a lot of them. What are you telling me? I know a lot of politicians who worship in that business center.
Oh, so you're calling it the
If I
business
went to the
center?
president of this country or have that man arrested, he should stop misleading the public.
Okay,
Come on, that man
Enzo.
is a nurse in UK said the man is as ignorant as ignorant. Gosh. People like Obiome should stay off the public space. He's not wanting to speak in the public. Nonsense.
Okay, Enzo, easy. Thanks for your time.
It's really annoying that we're giving these guys so much space to mislead the public.
Thank you, Enzo. We don't want insults. We don't insults. Okay, it's okay. Enzo, I want to thank you for your time, but let's not move beyond this sphere of sharing our views, to applying insults. We don't want that. 08062099556. We have our next caller. Good evening to you. Late Night Talk with Kofi Bartels. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Kofi Bartels.
Good evening
My
to
name
you.
is Chooks.
Chooks.
I'm an L.
All right, welcome, Chooks. Okay, so Chooks,
right.
yeah, what's your opinion? Please go on.
Okay, Kofi, I just want to first appreciate you for your boldness. Honestly, such a topic is very sensitive just because it's coming from a man of God. And you were bold enough to bring it to the air for us to discuss about it. It's quite wonderful. And I am not here to reject other people's opinion, like the last caller has made his own opinion known also. I think the pastor has just spoken his opinion based on what is on ground and we are seeing.
Okay.
Now, we have seen so much of information flying around about COVID-19, and we have seen also some pictures, like the last one we saw in Gombe, people that were tested positive in Gombe, but at the end they were shouting there was no food, no medication and nothing, and then, a whole lot of things back and forth going on. How would they want Nigeria or Nigerians to believe that the fight over COVID-19 is real? I'm not saying it's not real. I'm not saying it's real, but coming back to Bishop IBIYEOMIE, my stake is that he has just spoken his mind.
Okay, his personal opinion.
His personal opinion,
Okay.
and he has the right to say that at any time without being abused and without being arrested by any law enforcement agency. Thank you very much.
Okay. I want to thank you, Chooks. Great hearing from you, and I'd love to hear from you some other time soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so Chooks, Enzo says the man should be arrested and imprisoned, that if he was in the UK, he would have been arrested by now. Chooks says David IBIYEOMIE is just airing his opinion. David IBIYEOMIE is just airing his opinion, so I don't know where you stand on this. But I'd like to go straight to the messages now, and then we'll come back to the phone calls. If you've not called or you've not stored the number, please do well to store the number, 080-620-99556. We're broadcasting live on YouTube and Facebook around the world. 080-620-99556. And first comment I'd like to read here. I have a very long one here. I'm going to. Okay, Peter Duru. Good evening to Peter Duru. Peter Duru says his message was clear when he spoke exactly what is, and he spoke exactly what is in my mind. There is no COVID-19 case in Nigeria. Rolando Gundu says, how soon is your program starting? Okay, we're started already. I guess while we're trying to buffer before we started. Dimwa Isaac says, it's a complete misplaced priority. People might read meaning into what he said either way. There is a testimony that has gone viral about his cure of someone who came in contact with the index case in Ogun State. Can he now say what he cured then was malaria and not COVID-19? We'll have to play that. Trust me, it's here. We'll play it for you. Just hold on. And please share this post so that others can see and also watch and enjoy what you enjoy. We have a caller on the line. We'll continue the message. Hello, good evening. Hi, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Thanks for your time. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Charles, calling from Port Harcourt.
Great to have you today, Charles. Welcome. Please go on.
Well, I think Pastor David IBIYEOMIE was actually expressing his opinion on the whole COVID-19 issue. Hello?
Yeah, please go on. But can you turn down the volume where you are?
Yeah, it's turned off.
Okay, all right then, Charles. Please go on.
So I really think we should not really call him to the gallows, because I think he expressed his personal opinion. Because if you listen to the video, you notice the man of God was somewhat sarcastic when he made those utterances. Now, the point I want us to look at is this. If people try to adjudge him by saying outrightly or picking something from his statement that he actually said there was no COVID-19 case even in the world, that's not what the pastor was trying to say.
Okay.
If people think that was what he meant, then I would like to ask this question.
Okay.
If the pastor did not believe that the virus was in existence, he could not have donated his the ambulance and other relief materials to the River State government. The donation is an act that he believes that indeed the virus exists, even in Nigeria,
Really?
even in Rivers. That is what that action actually portends. Now, if people also think the pastor doesn't believe that COVID-19 is in existence, I listened to one of his live broadcast service, and I saw people came out to testify that he even prayed for them over the phone and they recovered.
Okay.
Not him now. People testifying in his church that he prayed to them over the phone and they recovered. So for these two instances, for me, are actions that shows that indeed the pastor, the man of God, believes in the existence of COVID-19. But the impact of his the telecast that he made that is going viral now is that he's trying to say that the number of the cases as peddled around is not actually the number of cases. In fact, he believes, which so many Nigerians also share, is that I think he also relied on the experience of Raymond Dokpesi, Chief Raymond Dokpesi.
Okay.
This is a victim of COVID-19. Coming out to say there is no better testimony than the testimony of someone who actually encountered this illness. Dokpesi is quite aged. He has fallen ill of malaria before. So he's telling us that the symptoms are the same. So he posed the question. So Pastor David was actually making reference to this is a man who has gone through this line, and he's saying that the symptoms are malaria. So Dokpesi falls in the category of those whom the pastor referred to as being treated of malaria.
Okay.
So the pastor cannot be said to be wrong.
Okay. So, my brother, you are saying that the pastor, David IBIYEOMIE, said one thing but meant another thing.
Yes, his action actually shows what he actually believes. And his actions are the donations he has made towards COVID-19 and the other relief materials he also supported the government with. That shows he believes in the existence of that of the virus.
Okay, are you saying he didn't mean what he was saying?
Yes, in very clear.
Okay, let me just quote. I'd like to quote a bit of what he said, so that you can directly respond to that. Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let me just read it then. He's quoted as saying, and I'm reading from a Daily Post. Coronavirus is just a virus. People are making noise about it. To me, it is rubbish. And he says, in the villages, they die. So when we are closing borders up and down for what? I don't even think Nigeria has it. That is coronavirus. Because you have heard that Dokpesi say, they say he has it and they gave him malaria tablets. I've heard that, okay, I don't even think that Nigeria has it. I don't even think that Nigeria has it, because you've heard Dr. C say that they said he has it and they gave him malaria tablets. If he had it, why would they give him malaria tablets? You're telling me that he didn't mean these things, sir?
You want me to respond to that?
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please.
Oh, yeah, I think that's quite very clear. He's relying on the person's account. That the person says what they gave to him, even as treatment, was malaria drugs. Mm-hmm. So what they were treating was also malaria, as far as the person is concerned. So the pastor agreed with the person when he made that statement. That indeed, I agree so. So
no, you're not. You can't put words in his mouth. He said, quote. Where is this again? Okay, I don't even think Nigeria has it, because you've heard Dr. C say that they said he has it and they gave him malaria tablets. If he had it, why would they give him malaria tablets? So
it is very clear. That statement is very clear. He does not think that what is in Nigeria is COVID virus, the virus. That's what the pastor is saying. And he's not speaking from the medical point of view. He's only recounting someone's experience who said, they said I had COVID-19, but they give me malaria drug. So he's just like repeating what the person said.
So you're saying his own view is that there is no coronavirus in Nigeria, but it's something else.
Good. That's what I'm saying.
But you also said that he didn't mean that there's no coronavirus in Nigeria. But now you are saying a different thing.
No, you don't get it. See, it's when somebody is uncertain.
No, okay. But what I'm saying is, you initially said that he didn't say there is no coronavirus, and now you're saying he said it.
Let me put it this way. It's like when you say it does not exist, even though it exists, it is not this number. That is what the pastor said in summary. It does not exist, but even though there are evidence to show that it exists, it is not in the measure.
But it does not. But it does not.
Listen, what the summary of what pastor said is this. Even though COVID-19 does not exist, that is what he said. Even though it exists, if there are evidence to show or to support that it exists in Nigeria, it is not the number that they are advertising. That is what the pastor said. And I'm very certain that a lot of Nigerians agree with that very statement, that even though it exists, it is not in that number. Then the issue of money sharing to governors and them inflating numbers, you know, that conjecture did not start from Pastor David IBIYEOMIE. That conjecture has always been there. The very first time that the federal government advanced that 10 billion naira to Lagos State government, that was when that conjecture began. It did not originate from the pastor himself. Yes, somehow, and there is no way, anybody cannot tell me that there is no governor who may have not have done that. With the belief that maybe it will attract some funds. In fact, there is another line of argument that's from international conversation that is going on now, that there could be a global compensation for COVID-19. So countries are even taking that same step to ensure that they have the record 1 or 2 cases so that they can also have access to that grant. That's an international level of conversation.
Okay, so but I think that one is not, maybe people might not even. But you giving us your thoughts. So are you saying are you agreeing that with the reports that he said there is no coronavirus in Nigeria?
If he asks are you asking me what the purpose of my own opinion?
No, I mean you started by disputing.
I have told you what the pastor's opinion expressed in my own understanding.
Okay, but first of all, are you disputing the fact, or are you agreeing that he said coronavirus is not? He doesn't think it's in Nigeria.
No. My personal opinion is in Nigeria. My personal opinion, COVID-19 is in Nigeria.
But are you agreeing that he said he doesn't think it is in Nigeria?
My own opinion, I believe COVID-19 is in Nigeria.
Fine, but his opinion, are you agreeing that he said?
The pastor's opinion is that he does not think that COVID-19 is in Nigeria. However, even if it is in Nigeria, that is are showing evidence that indeed, man of God, this thing is here. Okay, even if there's evidence that it is here, it is not in the measure, in that number. It's not commensurate with the number that is being published. That is just a summary of what Pastor said.
Okay. Okay.
And I agree with him.
Okay. My brother.
The number is not correct.
Okay, I think you've raised up some points that we can debate. Nice points for us to get more people to talk about. Some are listening; they might also support what. Let's see what they have to say. Feel free to call back, my good brother.
It's okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, some of you have talked about the video that also went viral where someone said he was healed. Blah blah blah. We'll play that. We'll also read your messages as we go on. But if you want to call, please call 080-620-99556. Let's play this message. And we'll be back. Listen to this.
Emmanuel is my name. On 26th of this month, Nigeria recorded the first COVID-19 virus. We happen to be the first medical personnel that had contact with the Italian guy. When we had the high suspicion index of him having such virus, we were all kitted. And then we isolated him. And then after which, we made all the contact and took him to the referral lab in Lagos, where he was later confirmed positive. At hearing that, all of us we were very scared. So they now isolated us for 14 days. While in the isolation, we were all there praying, and several calls were all coming. I remember my sister-in-law called from this church, though I'm not a member of this church. He now told Papa about it. And Papa now said that he should tell us to prepare a bread and wine, which I prepared. And after which Papa called. His usual way, he laughed. Immediately he laughed, I had this ecstasy of joy inside of me, and I was at peace. He said, do you remember one of our members with the person that had Ebola before? He had contact and he prayed, and the person was not infected. I said, yes. He asked me to open John 6:54 that I should read it. And after which he prayed and ministered the Holy Communion. Though I was in 3-bedroom flat, they were in their own separate apartment. And I stood as a point of contact to all of them. He said, as many of you that had contact with this Italian guy, no one among you will be infected with the virus. I screamed, amen. So after which, WHO came and collected the first sample, the second sample, and the third sample. They took it to Lagos and Abuja. The result came all negative. We're here to return glory to God for what he has done. Praise the Lord.
The God of David is the doer of these great miracles, right?
Emmanuel is my name. On 26th of this month, Nigeria recorded the first COVID-19 virus. We happen to be the first medical personnel that had contact with the Italian guy. When we had the high suspicion index of him having such virus, we were all kitted. And then we isolated him. And then after which, we made all the contact and took him to the referral lab in Lagos, where he was later confirmed positive. At hearing that, all of us we were very scared. So they now isolated us for 14 days. While in the isolation, we were all there praying, and several calls were all coming. I remember my sister-in-law called from this church, though I'm not a member of this church. He now told Papa about it. And Papa now said that he should tell us to prepare a bread and wine, which I prepared. And after which Papa called. His usual way, he laughed. Immediately he laughed, I had this ecstasy of joy inside of me, and I was at peace. He said, do you remember one of our members with the person that had Ebola before? He had contact and he prayed, and the person was not infected. I said, yes. He asked me to open John 6:54 that I should read it. And after which he prayed and ministered the Holy Communion. Though I was in 3-bedroom flat, they were in their own separate apartment. And I stood as a point of contact to all of them. He said, as many of you that had contact with this Italian guy, no one among you will be infected with the virus. I screamed, amen. So after which, WHO came and collected the first sample, the second sample, and the third sample. They took it to Lagos and Abuja. The result came all negative. We're here to return glory to God for what he has done. Praise the Lord.
The God of David is the doer of these great miracles, right?
Emmanuel is my name.
All right. So that's a video. The last caller I was referring to, or one of the other callers was referring to about, the fact that someone was healed of coronavirus in the church, Salvation Ministries, and if someone was healed of coronavirus, how come He's saying there is no coronavirus in Nigeria. But if you listened carefully to what that man said, he didn't say he was healed of coronavirus. He said that he came in contact with the index case, and there was a possibility that he could have it. And he took, I think, communion or something, but some spiritual exercise of prayer or something like that. When he remembered that somebody was healed of Ebola or something in the church. And when the WHO or the health authorities came to conduct a test on him, his test came back negative, and that is his testimony. So we cannot say, oh, he had coronavirus, okay, and he was healed in your church, so therefore, how can you say, because he didn't have it, and I don't think we heard the pastor say anything about that. But anyway, we have calls coming through. Let's see who is on this side of the line. Hello, good evening. Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, can you please speak up? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Michael. I'm calling you from Port Harcourt.
Welcome, Michael. Welcome. Please go on.
I'm just asking. I'm just curious about the video you just played now.
Yeah.
The guy himself, he never said he tested positive.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yes, I just said that right now.
He never tested positive in the first place. All this, they are scam, miracle, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know.
So what do you think? When now you saying he never said he tested positive, what point are you trying to make, David?
Because if he said he was cured, in the first place, he never tested positive.
Mm-hmm.
So if he had tested positive,
Mm-hmm.
we'll begin to debate that, okay, he actually got miraculously healed by the pastor.
Mm-hmm.
But he never tested positive in the first place.
Okay.
Was he tested? No. So
He,
why
you
would
know,
they tell us that
he was tested, but his test came out negative.
in the first place, was he tested positive in the first place?
No, listen, you're not tested positive. You are tested, and then your test can come out positive or negative. So his test came out negative.
I don't think you're getting into Mr. Kofi.
Okay. Well,
It must be-
make me understand, my brother. Make me understand.
I think when people are tested, some people come out positive.
Yes.
He
Mm-hmm.
has made contact with the index case,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now, there was never a time they said they went for a test and their result came out positive.
Of
If
course,
their
of
result
course. I just said that before you called.
Like Davido's wife, what's her name? Chioma, Idris Alba, all these known people that their result came out positive. And when their result came out positive, they now say, okay, let's now go for a cure, or let's go for a treatment, or let's look for a miraculous healing.
Mm-hmm.
But it never happened like that.
Mm-hmm.
Did?
Okay, so I want to now make a point out of it. What is your point?
My point is that that miracle he's talking about is a scam to me.
Oh, you're saying the miracle he's talking about is a scam.
It never happened.
Okay, but
There
the
was
pastor. But did you
It
see?
can
Did
come
you
out
see any video where the pastor said that there was a miracle in his church? Somebody got healed of coronavirus.
I've just seen it for the first time. I heard about it, but I've never watched the video, if not for now.
So we cannot say it's a scam if the pastor never himself said somebody was healed of coronavirus in my church.
No, I'm talking about this one that was played now. If it happened in his church, his pastor said that. I think the man at the end he said, "Glory be to IBIYEOMI'S God," or something.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
that was what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I think if it's for good, he talked about Ebola, someone who had Ebola and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's really absurd for him to mislead people in this form, telling
Okay.
people. I know there may be some foul play in Nigeria here about this whole thing, but for it, that's why people, you go to the street, people, they see me wear mask, nose mask, or my wife, if she's going out, I say, go out with your sanitizer, go out with your nose mask. They'll be looking at you as if they will even tell you don't believe in God. They'll be looking at you as a stranger, or what you're doing is strange, or you are committing one kind of crime. It's not a proper way to educate your church members, or I don't understand.
Okay. Do you think that maybe the church members might themselves be exposed to danger based on what the man of God said? They might become careless.
Sure, 100%. Sure.
Okay, brother. I want to thank you for your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, it's still late night talk. My name is Kofi Bartels. Dimwa, Isaac, your message is what got me to that other video, but let's get back to that message. And I want to thank all of you who are watching right now. If you want to call, please feel free to call 080-620-99556. It's still late night talk with me, Kofi Bartels, streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, Twitter coming soon. If you'd like, to be part of this program every night, we're on Monday to Friday, 9:30 p.m. Please make sure you subscribe to my page. If you're on YouTube watching right now, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please like my page, follow my page on Facebook, and of course, as you're watching this video, click the notification button, so each time we go live, you'll be notified that we're live. It's always very interesting. Issues that are of concern to you is what we discuss, okay? And share this post, share it so your friends can watch it. If you're on Facebook, share it on your Facebook timeline. Copy the link, share it on WhatsApp and all that so others can come as well. I want to read some messages. Dimwa Isaac says, it's a complete misplaced priority. People might read meaning into what he said either way. There's a testimony that has gone viral about his cure of someone who came in contact with the index case. Can he now say what the person was cured of was malaria, not COVID-19? Well, the person never tested positive. It says he should be asking the River State government, while some states have allowed full church gathering and the reverse is here. That should be his priority now. Cletus Igbe says nothing ish. Okay, that was before we started. We have Uwano CK Mary Cynthia who says it is wrong because the same him donated items to aid the COVID-19 fight. And now they're saying there's no COVID-19. Why will he be contradicting himself like that? I'm baffled and shocked. We have a call on the line. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Kofi. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. What's your name?
My name is Tari Corey. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Okay, I didn't get the name well. Can you repeat it, please?
My name is Tari Corey, calling from Port Harcourt.
Tari, okay, welcome. Please go on.
Okay, concerning this incident, quite frankly, I listened to the video.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, this is not to offend anybody, but I thought it a bit amusing, listening to him. Because maybe he shouldn't have been saying what he said on the pulpit, maybe. But sincerely speaking, I think that is his opinion, all right? And I wouldn't fault him for that, because if we look critically at what's going on, especially in Nigeria. Now, this is not to say that there is no COVID-19, it's not existent, because if you compare what's going on in other countries to what's going on in Nigeria, you would actually understand where he's coming from, because there are a lot of inconsistencies in Nigeria with the numbers, with the patients that we see, in comparison to what we see in other parts of the country. So I've watched several videos where people come up and they're insulting him and saying all kinds of things in annoyance. Now, these people probably they've had experiences because maybe they're in other parts of the country, other parts of the world, and they have probably witnessed their people they know, dying of this disease. And I don't blame them for getting so emotional. But I think from David Ibime was speaking from what's happening here in Nigeria. I mean, if we look at it critically, Kofi, I mean, there are a lot of inconsistencies. And we say these things in private. I say it as well. But the problem is, it's because he has said it on a larger platform, so it's now causing a lot of stir, which actually, if people actually looked into understand what he's trying to say, all right, he's actually addressing the Nigerian government. I mean, we need to be clear in this country, because we're not helping ourselves. We're not helping ourselves. I know somebody whose friend died, a doctor of COVID-19 in Nigeria, right? But what's going on in Nigeria? I mean, the inconsistencies, like I said, is making people doubt our records, our information, everything.
What kind of inconsistencies are you referring to?
In the numbers, for instance, in River State here, the other day after Wiki announced, we call it a prison break, everybody got out into the street after the initial lockdown of after the national lockdown of about 4 days or 5 days. We got out and we heard at the end of the day, I was like, okay, why are we getting out? Why are we released like this? Without no caution, no precaution, we're just released. Then I said to myself, I said to myself, by the end of today, you're going to hear that more people were infected with COVID-19. And by the time, at the end of the day, Wiki said there were 16 new cases. And NCDC said there were 10 new cases. So the figures don't add up everywhere. I mean, in the case of Ebola, like I told people, every single case, every single person, it checked out from then till now. You can still go back and refer to this person caught it at this time, and the records were straight till now. Okay. But the way it's been, especially in Nigeria, it's just crazy. So I'm not one. I'm not in Salvation Ministries. I'm not. And I'm not one of those that will go, okay, I'm not reasoning, I go defending whatever my pastor says because he's my pastor. No. I actually try to reason things out for myself. And quite frankly, when David Ibiyeomie was speaking, I was like, this guy is just basically, he's saying what he feels based on what's going on in Nigeria. And yours truly, it seems that way. But people are taking offense because, okay, they've had probably experiences elsewhere. Yes, probably he shouldn't have been on the pulpit. Maybe he should have been elsewhere. Okay,
where should he have, at home or somewhere?
Yeah, maybe at home, in the comfort of his home. Maybe he cracks that joke in the midst of
So do you feel he was joking, or he was just saying what he feels is the reality? Looking at some of the things you say are not adding up. Maybe he feels they're not adding up as well.
Yes, I don't think he was joking about the facts, what he was saying, right? But he was saying it sarcastically, like people have pointed out, right? Which was kind of like amusing. It's a pity that it's actually a sad incident, all right, and it's something that is causing the pandemic. But one would say, okay, he shouldn't be joking about such things. But for goodness sake, we know Nigerians talk about everything, every single thing. They are dying, they are laughing. Okay. So it's all part of it. But the issue now is that, okay, it's David Ibiyeomie, he's a pastor. Like you rightly pointed out to the previous caller, if we're not talking about our politicians, what they are doing, you should be attacking what they are doing. You understand? That is like nipping everything in the bud.
Okay, Terry, but now looking at what you just said, and yes, indeed, I told that caller, okay, what about the other politicians and all that? Now, what do you think the ripple effect will be on the attitude of his members and other Christians who look up to him and listen to him? Because let's be truthful, a lot of denominational members still listen to Salvation Ministries and sometimes even attend. What do you think the effect will be on their attitude towards coronavirus when they hear him say things like he doesn't think there's coronavirus in Nigeria? Yeah.
Well, like someone rightly pointed out, actually, there are certain people that would need to be careful. We need to watch what they say because people tend to take it seriously. Okay, someone in his position, for instance, pastors, leaders, and all of that. Now, I doubt that. I think he was basically amplifying what people are already thinking. So I don't think what he said would sound new to any Salvation Ministry. I mean, we've all been saying it, but it's just that he's saying it now is like giving it voice. All right?
Okay.
Yeah, but needless to say that for such a person to make such an utterance, right? If we look at it, it would actually have a ripple effect. I mean, people would maybe not take it seriously like they should. It would, because he commands a very large crowd, audience, and all that. Okay. But the truth of the matter is, there's nothing that he has said that people were not already thinking.
Should people be careful, be safe in their habits as we have coronavirus around?
Yes, because you can't really say, anybody that is right thinking, anybody that has a brain would actually understand that, okay, fine, he's speaking about it in this way, but you would actually, you would want to look outside of Nigeria, for instance. I mean, I doubt that there's anybody, maybe in Nigeria, yes, a lot of people say that it's not real. I believe that is real. I only believe that. I think that it is being hyped You understand? And like we have previous records where it has been said that there are more deaths from other illnesses and ailments and everything, more than coronavirus actually. But the media is hyping this thing so much, and it's causing such, the fear is actually the thing that's the problem. Because it's so crazy. I actually believe that we can actually get back to our normal, so to speak, normal way of living, like he said, kind of like open up the borders and all that. But because of the fear that is being hyped, we can't even come out and combat these things. We're just locked up inside. Everything is at a standstill. And I think that's what he was trying to address. Because, people are dying every day. More than coronavirus is killing. People are dying every day. So why are we running away from this thing? And look at what is the agenda behind this thing? What are people, what does the world hope to, what do they want to achieve? Because if you ask me, Kofi, if it were something that was not engineered by people or stuff, WHO or whoever was in charge would have found a cure almost immediately. But it seems like this thing it's prolonged. So questions are arising everywhere in people's minds, and people are saying these things in the comfort of their homes. They are saying it, they are thinking it. So if he comes out in public, and probably, I suppose that he was probably in maybe hosting one of his online services. Maybe not many people there, but he said this thing, and maybe he shouldn't have. I'm not defending the fact that he has the right to say whatever he wants to anywhere, but maybe he shouldn't have. But he's saying exactly what people are thinking, and that's my point. So I think we should just let him be, and just let's face what's necessary. What's before us. Just leave him alone.
Okay, leave him alone is what Tari is saying.
Please leave him alone. Everybody, let him be. And let's say something else. Honestly. Honestly.
Okay. All right. I want to thank you for your time. We welcome all opinions here, as well as within the context of reason, and you've done just that. Tari is the name, right?
Yes, Tari.
All right. I hope to hear from you another time on the program.
All right, Kofi.
Thank you
so much.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Okay, interesting thoughts there. While waiting for more calls to come through, my lines are blazing. I'll read this one from Tarila Francis. Says what he said is just a sincere truth. Come to think of it, almost all the states have coronavirus. Some are confused of how many cases they have. A confusion between government and NCDC, but Kogi State does not have. Something is fishy here. Do you know how many tests Kogi has done? Go check the records. You know how many tests they have done? Go and check the records. Something is fishy here. Oh, yes. I agree to what he said. I smell a scam and fraudulent activity in Nigeria. The advert alone can kill somebody. He said the advert alone can kill somebody. Hello, good evening. Thanks for your time.
Kofi Bartels.
Enzo, are you back?
My name is Enzo. Yes, I'm back.
Enzo, we don't...
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you 1 minute. 1 minute, Enzo. Go on, 1 minute.
Well, because why do you want to give me 1 minute?
Because we have a lot of people coming through.
I'm not going to leave David IBIYEOMIE alone. I just wanted to stop misleading the public. Someone said, "Oh, you prayed and the guy was healed from COVID-19." Foul.
No. Enzo, are you watching? Hello, Enzo. Have you been watching the program?
No, I've been watching.
If you've been watching, you'd have seen I played the clip. And the young man never said he was healed of COVID-19. He said.
So why are people saying someone prayed and the guy was healed of COVID-19?
No, he said that there was a test. No, let me explain. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just trying to give you the info so you can make an informed contribution. The young man said he came in contact with the index case in his state, and that they were about to be tested, and he prayed. I think they had communion or something, so he participated in it. And then when they tested him, the test came out negative.
So what has that got to do with prayer? You had contact with a COVID-19 patient and you're praying. What has that got to do with prayer?
Well, you're praying that you don't come out positive, my brother. You're praying that you don't come out positive.
I want to find out something. Yes?
You're praying that you don't come out positive.
Come again?
You're praying that your test doesn't come back positive.
Are you kidding me? Does prayer work? In this 21st century, does prayer work? All those pastors who sit in the comfort of their home and say they pray and they blah, blah, blah. Let them go to the hospitals, Kofi. There are millions of Nigerians in the hospitals.
hospitals waiting for healing. Let them go and heal. Let them go and heal patients in the hospital.
Maybe God has not spoken to them or to him to go to the. Hold on, bro. Maybe God has not spoken to him to go to the hospital yet.
Kofi, someone said that is David Obiome's personal opinion. Like I said, let him go to UK and utter that word. You arrest him, Kofi.
Enzo, I want to tell you a story, Enzo. I want to tell you a story.
Yes, then I'm listening.
The story of a man who said, I'm going to fast for 40 days and 40 nights or something like that, and dry fast. And the story of somebody who said, I'm going to embark on a dry fast. A man says, I'm going to embark on a dry fast. And when he embarks on that dry fast for maybe, let's say, 40 days and 40 nights, I can't remember, he now picks up his Bible and says, I'm fasted, dry fast, I've been filled with the Holy Ghost. And he goes to the zoo and says, open the gate for me. And they open the gate for him. He says, hold on, bro. He says, where is the lion? They said, look, a lion in the cage. He said, open the cage, I want to go inside. He said, no, sir, don't. He said, I've been fasting, I'm powerful now, I'm not. Open the cage. And they open the cage and he goes inside and the lion says, ha, 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 ha. Christmas came this early. Now I can eat. And he has a feast on the man's meat. What we learn from that story as Christians is, don't tempt God. So you don't know if God has not spoken to him, a man of God, and you just move and move. Hold on, sir. The prophets and the preachers, they don't just stand up and move. They don't just stand up. I'm not saying we don't have fakes, and so I'm not saying we don't have fakes. I'm just saying that you don't, as a prophet, as a preacher, as a pastor, you don't tempt God. So you can't just stand up and say, "I'm going to coronavirus." If God hasn't spoken to you in that regard, you can't just go.
Kofi, you can't tell me you have the ability to commune with the Holy Spirit. You communicate with God on a daily basis. God talks to you, yes. You cannot go to the hospital and heal people. According to the Bible that I read, Jesus Christ was going to places to heal people. Jesus Christ did not sit in the comfort of his home and heal people.
As you are communing with God or the Holy Spirit, if he tells you stay, you stay.
Kofi, 21st century, they're still telling me about calling God. Which God?
No, but you are just saying. No, but you just said it. You just said it. You just said it that if you come, you have God, you can move and go everywhere. After all, Jesus go everywhere. You said it yourself.
I'm not talking about Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is a fictional character.
So no problem. But if you raised the point now, and I've told you if Jesus doesn't say go or Holy Spirit doesn't say go, you don't go. You stay. If you say stay, you stay. So if he has not spoken to them to tell them to go to the isolation center, they can't go.
10 seconds. I want to find out. Those of you who are praying, to which God are you praying to? Are you praying to the God who created COVID-19? Because according to the Bible, God created everything, including COVID-19. So are you praying to the God who created COVID-19? Or the God who is spreading COVID-19? Or the God who knows next to nothing about COVID-19? I want you to tell me, which of the gods are you praying to? The God who created COVID-19? The God who knows next to nothing about COVID-19? Or the God who is spreading COVID-19? Because according to your Bible, whom you believe in, God created everything, including COVID-19. Why should I be praying to a God who created COVID-19? Why should I be praying to a God who created COVID-19?
Okay, Enzo, your time is up. You've said these things already. This is 5 minutes.
10 seconds. Don't cut me off. 10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds. Yes, go on.
Let me conclude.
Yeah,
10
seconds.
I can tell you for free, if David Obiomi should go to UK or America and utter this word as a pastor, you'll be arrested.
You said it already. You said it. You said that the first time. Enzo, thank you. Enzo, thank you. Enzo, thank you. Thank you, Enzo. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Here's my friend. Enzo, always a very cheerful and interesting person. This must not be here. We'll play the video again. I want you guys to listen attentively. We'll play it again. But Tarila, I think I read your message. You said the coronavirus advert in Nigeria alone can kill somebody. Solomon James Ebong says, Kofi, nothing like COVID-19 pandemic in this country. Even till today and tomorrow, I would not believe them with their treatment. Friday October says, I love what you told the world. COVID-19 is not in Nigeria. Too pathetic. Okay, he's agreeing. Rolando Gundu says, but seriously, I don't get it. I'm surprised a man like him makes jokes of things like this. I'm really surprised and disappointed. Sadly, many of his followers who believe him and join in making a joke of this coronavirus pandemic. May the Lord help me to sustain my faith in him. This is a shame. Education. Why? he says. Education, boy, he says. Oh, my. Okay, another call. I hope this is not Enzo. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Yes, good evening. Welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Ike. I'm calling from Malaria.
Ike, welcome. Please go on. Please go on. Please go on.
Okay, please. I believe what the man of God said is true, and the cases in Nigeria is not.
Oh, Ike, we lost you. What happened? Please call back. I was very interested in reading or hearing what you're saying. Please call back. Please call back. Shalom Weiss. Shalom Weiss says law. Israel Madu says okay. Humphrey Silvano Joel says are not seeing videos from isolation center, people dancing and laughing. There is no COVID-19 in Nigeria, he says. Innocent Chika Dibia says it's a pity Pastor Biomi is the one saying this. I feel pity for those who follow this sermon and go astray to contact coronavirus. Kofi, you will only end up making this unnecessary joke appear serious. All right, thank you. Chinedu Acho says, my first time to join in. Nice to have you here, my brother. We're here every single weekday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 9:30 p.m. It's always hot, trust me. Victoria, so make it a date and hit the notification button. Victoria Osokolo says, I don't really understand what is happening. Who is fooling who here? John Besuche says, a very good evening. Thank you very much. Melodina Barry says, thanks for effort. It means a lot. Thank you very much. Pretty K Ojuko says, he said Nigeria's own is scam. What do you think about it? Priye Dapa says, I'm used to David Biomie's jokes, and the truth is that he really means them. So what about those who are not used to his jokes? How would they know he doesn't mean them? And if they take what he says seriously and are not serious about protecting themselves and being responsible, protecting their loved ones as well in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic, who's to blame? Because not everybody knows how he jokes. I don't know how he jokes. But anyway, Priyadapa says, I'm used to David Biomie's jokes, and the truth is that he really means them. Sometimes I even get worried seeing that people may not understand his jokes and misinterpret it. But the truth is that it's quite an expensive joke if you ask me. All right, thank you. Another call coming through. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm I calling from Malaria.
Okay. Have you called before?
I just retired. Yes, I just retired. So, what I'm saying, David Biomie's point of view, I think is very, very correct. Because the last time NDDC told us we had 10 cases and our governor told us we had 16. And I think Kogi State has no case. I don't know that they have now. And the cases, even there is something on YouTube about the woman saying the cases in America too are also blown out of proportion.
Okay, Professor, the prof whose video was taken down off YouTube because of some claims she made that were not true.
Yes, yes, true.
You know, there's a fact checking article that is up on the internet that shows that a lot of the things she was saying were not really true. So, you know, we can't really rely on what she said.
Okay, and some other guy said Jesus was healing people, but I also wanted to understand there were hospitals though in his time, which the Bible did not tell us to. He didn't go to every hospital to heal people. So it was when he had a gathering, people came and they got healed. He didn't just move into the hospitals and just start telling everybody get healed. So that's my own view.
There was even a place he went to when they didn't receive him, and he left there without performing a single miracle or something like that.
Yes, true. So I believe in God, though some people don't believe in God. There's a thin line believing in God and believing in science.
Okay.
Science has its own role to play in our life, though we know. But I don't think someone can explain why the sun sets and why the sun shines, and why there is night and why there is day. So whoever does not believe in prayer is his own business. But me, I believe in prayers, I believe in faith, because prayer and faith has got me through my level now in life, and I think I'm going further by believing and having faith. So to me,
yeah. Okay. Do you think that there is? Do you think there is now a battle or disagreement or a robust debate between science and religion over this coronavirus disease, especially with what's happening in America, the president disputing what some of the scientists are saying and all that? Do you think now there is a bit of a debate and a battle between science and religion over the coronavirus pandemic?
And not really, because if they say the COVID is real, because me, I believe it's real. I also believe the Trump, I believe it's a China virus. Likewise, the Chinese accuse the Americans of bringing out AIDS. So whenever these two countries are ready, I think they'll get the solution. That's why I believe nobody wants to have the cure for AIDS. They just sell off their condoms. So whenever they're tired of the whole scenario, they'll just bring that a cure. And God has nothing to do with it at all. Because he never, I don't think he has plans for me to suffer now. It is Bible.
So
I don't think at all.
So are you saying you agree with Pastor IBIYEOMIE? You don't think there's
100%.
coronavirus? Hold on, you don't think there's coronavirus in Nigeria?
There is COVID. There is COVID in Nigeria, but to me, I believe the people that have COVID are just the elites that have traveled. It has not gotten to community spread.
Okay. What makes you think that it hasn't gotten to the community spreading stage?
Because I don't think the contact between the elites and the communities and the people in the lower class, there is no contact. So they meet in their meetings and they keep spreading to themselves.
So you're saying that all these elites don't have people who work for them. They don't have helps, maids, servants, drivers, aides, workers who are not elite, who have families.
Most times, those they live within them. Most times they don't live outside. They live within the confinement of their home. So if they should have it, it's still inside that same household. It hasn't left.
Okay, so these elites you're saying have it, and the poor people, the masses don't have it probably. How did they get it?
I believe the elite is by traveling, and they made contact.
Okay, so they traveled outside Nigeria, got into contact with people who had the coronavirus, and they brought it into Nigeria.
Yes.
Okay, so are there people who are not the elites, who are just regular Nigerians who travel out for business or for leisure, who also traveled abroad to these countries and possibly came in contact with people who have the coronavirus?
Yes, those
okay,
ones,
so those ones who are not elites who traveled and came back with it, are they going to go to the houses of the elites to give it to them, or would they be in their own elite houses?
That's those ones now that do travel. Those ones that do travel for business, and the ones that are in the community, the fishermen, the farmers, the percentage of those ones that travel are slim compared to the number of Nigerians that are inside Nigeria.
Yeah, but community spread does not talk about farmers or fishermen. It simply means that the person who brought it now has passed it to another person who is passing it to somebody out on the street there, in the area, who is now moving around with it around town.
But that's why I believe the number they're saying is not true at all. Because come 2023, if this government should leave office, a new government will probe these NCDC people, and the whole fact, the whole truth will start coming out again. That after all, Nigeria had only 1,000 cases, and we provided for 10,000 cases. We would see in 2023, the whole story would change. EFCC will start going for the Minister of Health. EFCC will start going for some people. You will just see this whole picture will repeat itself. 2023. So they should just.
So you said you agreed with Pastor IBIYEOMIE?
Full time.
But you also said that you believe there's coronavirus in Nigeria, but it's among the elites.
Yes, I believe there's coronavirus.
But he said he doesn't think there is coronavirus in Nigeria, and you saying you believe it's in Nigeria. How is that an agreement?
But he later said if it is in Nigeria, the number is not much.
So how do you feel? I mean, is that not a contradiction? If the pastor says, I don't think there's coronavirus in Nigeria, maybe it's malaria, and then now says, even if there's coronavirus in Nigeria, it's not as much as they say. Is that not saying two things at the same time? A bit confusing for me.
Yes, but he's saying two things at the same time. I'm also saying, if someone said he's being treated with malaria drugs, I don't know. You can say you have malaria and you're given typhoid drugs.
No, I'm saying if the man of God says, I don't think there's coronavirus in Nigeria. And then you're saying that there is coronavirus in Nigeria. I'm asking you, how can you say you agree with him, but you are saying there's coronavirus in Nigeria? And you said, well, he also said that he thinks that even if there's coronavirus in Nigeria, it's not as much as they say it is.
Yes.
And now I'm saying, how can he say in the same speech there is no coronavirus in Nigeria, it's a scam, and then say even if there's coronavirus in Nigeria, it's not as much as they say it is? They are two things.
It's contradicting, but though me, I stand with there is coronavirus based on what I see on Al Jazeera, based on what I see on CNN. And if I don't know why it is a crime, why people that are being discharged from the hospitals will tell us, see, this is how we are being treated. This is what is going on. I don't think there's anything wrong in sharing your experience in having COVID. So people will be aware that, okay, it is real. This is what I've been taking. This is how I've been treated.
So if you were to sit down with David IBIYEOMIE, pastor, and he says, Ike, there is no coronavirus in Nigeria, will you say, yes, I support you? Or will you say, no, there is coronavirus in Nigeria?
If I'm David IBIYEOMIE, I think in this, it's just like having a boil in your testicles. You don't know that you press it or you squeeze it. In this kind of issue, I wouldn't even air my voice. I would just watch the whole thing play. And when the scene is over, I just air my own view. Okay. Because people are going to pick on him based on he's a man of God. If it was a politician that said it, I think they would just talk it at a lower level. But as far as he's a man of God, be it another man of God that made the same statement, people will come after men of God because they believe they rob people of tithe and offering. People mindset are just channeled towards men of God. Any other Nigerian can say this and get away with it. But as far as he's a man of God, be it anybody, even Kofi, if it's you, as far as you're a man of God, if you just make this statement, you're gone for.
Okay.
Just the Nigerian mentality towards men of God, that's just it. Likewise, as Odumeje is trending, I believe you're seeing him too.
Liquid metal.
Yes, liquid metal. So if you think about if you can say such thing, it will trend. After all, TV Joshua said it was going to end.
There's one young man in Calabar. They call him my father, who's claiming he's selling coronavirus oil.
That's it.
Oh my God.
Those Africa and religion were just married together. You just can't do away with it. But it's just funny that the likes of TD Jakes have not said anything. Benny Hinn has not said anything. So sometimes we just look at it and just keep quiet. Me, I just prefer keeping quiet and watching the whole thing unroll. But I believe there is COVID, but the numbers are not adding up. And I believe our governors also, they are not telling us the truth at all. If the world is trying to reopen, how come Nigeria that we are not even, our economy is not even as strong as Germany or Japan? They're looking for solutions. We are just here working ourselves and killing ourselves.
Okay, Ike.
Some people are making money from this borders closure. So much money. But I don't want to give out names. They're making huge sums of money.
Okay.
And I'm indoors searching for what to eat.
Ike, we have to move. I want to thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You made some interesting points. Thank you very much, brother.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I will read the next few messages, but I want us to go back to that video again, because some people joined us halfway, probably haven't seen it, and we'll look at some talking points there before we say goodbye. Please listen.
As if you are a receptionist, you're on the phone. You have not made one business contact. All the things you are talking, rubbish. Absolute rubbish. What? And after you finish, say, you know what? For 3 days now, my waist has been paining me. You have not read one chapter to remove waist pain. But you have answered phone call for 5 hours. Take 3 hours to read Bible. You will never have the waist pain. And get up and say, you know what? I've been having flu for 3 days now. This thing is like coronavirus. The chest. You know this thing. People now. Everything they say is coronavirus. He said, this thing is the chest, so the chest is like coronavirus. You better read Bible. Better read Bible. I told the people, I said, what is coronavirus? Coronavirus is not a virus that is corona. Virus that is what? People are making noise about coronavirus. To me, it's rubbish. Malaria. Did you make noise about malaria? Malaria kills more people in Nigeria than coronavirus. Every day, people die of malaria. In the villages, they die. So when are we talking about coronavirus, closing border up and down for what? And Nigeria doesn't even have it. I don't think Nigeria has it. Because you've heard Dr. Betsy say that they say he had it. It's malaria tablets they give him. So if it's coronavirus, why would they give malaria tablet? Nigeria, they are using it to eat money. Eat money. Governors eat money. Corporations eat money. They tell lies. They take money from federal aid government. They take money from aid associations. They don't have malaria overseas. Africa, Nigeria, they are already used to malaria. So corona cannot attack the people who have malaria. Nigerians are already heavily, they are malaria themselves. So is it corona now that we, my friend? Nigeria, the people who have it, I don't think they are up to the number they are calling. The number they are calling, I don't think is the number. When one person have high temperature, fever, now they say it's corona, quarantine him. 56 people have been taken, 10 people, 20, 50, 46 have been discharged. Where did they treat them? Okay, River State now have no center. Many states don't have center, but they are discharging people. So where are they discharging them from? They don't even have testing kits. Yeah. So where did they discharge them from? Just have funny things. My friend, read Bible. So corona will not come near you. It won't come near you in Jesus' name. I read Bible, so I'm not afraid of corona. I'm not afraid. Read Bible. Read what? Every time you even give the analysis more than the doctors. You talk as if you're a doctor. I said, one day I said, you're not a doctor. Are you not a medical practitioner? Why are you talking like this? Some of you've read the thing to a point, you're even afraid. Even when you move like this, the thing moves you like shadow. It follows, news, words have power. We have to hear power. Some of you, even in your sleep, you see that like clown. When someone says, he said, oh boy, he's sneezing now. Oh boy, why are you sneezing now? Why are you sneezing? Why people not sneezing before now? Somebody even want to make hand like this. Say, no way, but don't shake anybody. Don't shake anybody. This coronavirus. I see all our governors in Nigeria covering their face. Abroad, in UK, when they are giving speech, they don't cover face. Here now, they cover face like masquerades. Did you see Donald Trump cover his face? Anything we do in Nigeria, we overdo it. How can you cover your face and be talking? How will somebody hear your face? Are you a masquerade? Cover everywhere. Say the coronavirus. So the governor, you have coronavirus. Then test yourself now whether you don't have. We have a problem here. Let them give money to all of them so they can calm down. I'm sure what Nigeria needs, every governor, they just share money to them. Let them, they can leave Nigeria alone and open the borders. They should find money for all of them. They need money. They really need money. They're giving Lagos State government money, so they should give everybody money so that all this closure will stop. If you find some money for all of them, the closure will not continue again. They are yelling me from federal government. They should just find some money, give to some of them, give to this, give to good money. So that all this closure of 21 days, 5 days will stop. They should find money and give them. Please, they should just find money. Please, find money and give them. All this is it's money they need. Just find money and give them. Since you gave 10 billion to Lagos, find some more money and give. They should find, do now. They should give money to, like River State, they should give them money. And they're not the ones producing oil. They're the ones producing the. Why would you not give them? Give them. They produce the oil of Nigeria. Why will you not find them something? So they are the one producing the whole oil. Let's leave sentiments. Find them something. Find them. They can't produce oil. They now give to only Lagos State. For what? Lagos, they produce oil. Lagos, they don't produce oil. So we are preaching from Port Harcourt. So find them something. Make people rest. They should find River State money. All this problem will end. Find debtors more money too. Find which other state produce oil. Akwa Ibom. They should give Bayelsa. You know, Bayelsa is very angry. Bayelsa, they even use police from church to church. So they are very angry. So you won't blame them. They should give Bayelsa some more money. River State big money. Give Delta some money. All this coronavirus will just end. Please, federal government, find a small thing. so that they can leave citizens to rest. Rise to your feet, amen. Amen. Praise the Lord. How will you find Lagos State and not find all these people? Lagos State that has no oil, you give them money. They gave Kanu. Kanu has no oil. My friend, give the oil producing people. Give them. It's true. They give them. How can they produce the oil? You won't give them something. Find them something. Tell them better money too. So that if you look, the oil producing areas are very angry, and it's not their fault. Bias are on. They use police from church to church. The governor wants to say so. This bias won't give us anything. Anyway, so I don't blame them. Amen. Money has power. Amen. It can make you laugh. It can make you get angry. Have they given you money before you frown? Check well. If you're angry, somebody give you a bundle of money. Say, God bless you. Thank you. So nobody gets angry with money. Glory to God. So you are going to tell God, Lord, Holy Spirit, be my helper. Be my what? Guide me into the truth. Guide me into the... Let me be conscious of your person. That from today as I read the word of God, everything about the word... As if you are a receptionist. You're on the phone. You have not made one business contact. All the things you are talking, rubbish. Absolute rubbish. What? And after you finish, say, you know what? For 3 days now, my waist has been paining me. You have not read one chapter to remove waist pain. But you have answered phone call for 5 hours. Take 3 hours to read the Bible. You will never have the waist pain. And get up and say, you know what? I've been having flu for 3 days now. This thing is like coronavirus. The chest. You know this thing. People now, everything they say is coronavirus. They say this thing is the chest, so the chest is like coronavirus. You better read Bible. Better read Bible.
Wow. Welcome back. Serious talking points, if you ask me. Serious talking points, if you ask me. I've been thinking about this for some time, and I have some points I'm going to read out to you to tell you or let you know what I think about what Pastor David IBIYEOMIE has said. And I call that the My Take segment on Late Night Talk with Kofi Bartels, My Take. But before we go, let's read some more messages. And for those who are joining us, just joining the stream, those who've been watching all this while, I want to say thank you for your time. Late Night Talk comes away every single Monday through to Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Live on Facebook and live on YouTube. Simply like my page, Kofi Bartels on air. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kofi Bartels, if you prefer YouTube. And of course, hit the notification button so that each time I'm live, you get a notification so you can join. And also share this post so that your friends, your mates, those on your timeline can also be a part of this conversation. Encourage me and also help your friends to enjoy something good. This is where you have your say. If you look at the montage we play every single day, we say, have your say. Have your say. It's for you to also express yourself. And at the end, I give my take. We also try to make it as interesting as possible. Okay, so for those who are just joining us, thanks for your time. But David IBIYEOMIE'S comments on coronavirus, did he say anything wrong? David IBIYEOMIE, founder and general overseer of Salvation Ministries, has said coronavirus is a scam. That's in Nigeria. IBIYEOMIE, in a sermon on Sunday, said Nigeria doesn't have the virus. And even if it does, the figures released by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control was fake. According to him, COVID-19 is rubbish, and the government is using the deadly disease to embezzle funds. He added that malaria has killed more Nigerians than the coronavirus. I think that is true. I need to check, but I think that is true. But anyway, I'll give you my take. Let's take a few comments here. Christian Ogochukwu, good evening to you. Christian says, I think he is a man of God, Abi. Deceiving the gullible ones who don't know their left and right. But it's unfortunate, he says. Some intellectuals like doctors who know the efficacy of COVID-19 will be listening to the he says nonsense. This man of God is ranting on the name of spiritual head. So he says some doctors in his church who should know better will keep quiet. Okay. Spencer DA says, Kofi, why are you making a mountain out of nothing? Kofi, are you concerned about pastors? A pastor that just expresses his opinion? Or you should be talking about the whereabouts of the 14 Chinese doctors who have disappeared. My brother, we talk about all sorts of things, and that's for me to decide. I'm not talking about this because I'm concerned or not concerned. It's a topic for discussion. People have the right to air their view on what happens in public. Okay. The next one says, okay, I read his own message. He says, why are you not talking about the so-called palliative that we have not seen? Did you give this attention to what the Kogi State governor said concerning COVID-19? I'm not in Kogi State, brother. I start with what happens in River State first. What about the billions related by well-being? Well, in other words, you're not even telling us anything, really. All you are saying is trying to discredit what we're doing here, asking why we're not doing other things. Well, why not this one? Why not this one? What's wrong? What's wrong? You tell me, Spencer. Tolerance is a very, very good virtue to have. Charles Green says, spiritually, it's not the same thing as physically. How do you mean, sir? How do you mean? Sonny S. George says, the man of God should focus on the Bible and leave medical or medicine or virus issues for people who are specialists in it. You don't make complicating comments when you don't have the facts as regards to COVID-19 in this country. Chinedu Acho says, what he said is the truth. Our government is lying about COVID-19. My reason is this. In the Western world where they produce the drugs we're using, they died in their numbers. But here, we don't even produce paracetamol. We do actually produce paracetamol. He says they are discharging without showing us where they treated the patients. You need to go check. You'd see where they're treating them. So to me, money is making... It's for money making, but at the state and federal level. All right, your opinion there. Newton Ikira, good evening to you. Newton Ikira says our leaders are giving us reasons to doubt the figures being churned out every day. Coronavirus is real, though. I like the slant you took, even though you're looking at the conspiracy side of it and what they're giving us figures and some of the confusing and conflicting things happening around us. You are not going ahead to say it is not real just because of that. Temidayo Emmanuel says, good evening, Kofi. As always, good to join you again. Great to have you again, Temidayo. He says, I like to respect any man of God at any level they might be. The pastor, David, doesn't believe in COVID-19 is existing. That is his own opinion. But I only advise all his followers to be careful of the virus, even though I listen to his preaching. As for government officials using the virus to park money, I think the pastor is not far from the truth, which you know about and which you also preach against. Okay, so Temdai, what would you say to members of the ministry, members of the church who say they would not do anything to protect themselves because they don't believe coronavirus exists? What would you say to them? And if they tell you, well, their papa says it's not there, and they believe him, just like you respect men of God, what would you say to that? So thank you for your message, my brother. Okay, you say another thing here. It's quite a long message. I'll read it all because you're quite a loyal follower of this program. Government of many years I know has never changed style in stealing our money. Let us allow men of God, the man of God, to keep his opinion, or he should go and hug any coronavirus patient at the isolation center, and we will wait for his results if COVID-19 is rubbish or not. Tell me, Dayo, you're looking for trouble, though. You want him to go hug a coronavirus patient. We need him to show us an example of his faith. After all, Jesus can save himself from the hands of his, but fulfilled while he came to die for me and you. Okay, interesting. Another message here. If COVID-19 is a scam, David IBIYEOMIE'S ministry is scam extraordinaire, you say. It lacks empathy and should remain in his comfort zone. He failed to influence the political friends to do the right thing. This one is hit home. This one is hit home well. When we have influence, and I it's something I keep saying when on Rise to Worship Sunday morning on radio. I said it some years ago. That never in the history of Nigeria has a church been this influential in the politics. What has the church used that influence to do? But I'll leave that for another day, my brother. God bless you. Inseb Abbasi says, good evening, Kofi. The man of God is saying the truth, or COVID-19 is a scam. Alali E4 Miller says the preacher clearly said the way Nigerian leaders speak of COVID-19 without allowing doctors or medical professionals to be charged defines the fraudulent claims of coronavirus in Nigeria. I don't understand what you just said, but thank you, my brother. I'm sure listeners out there will get it. Melodina Barry, nice name, says everybody knows that the authorities are involved in the regulation, control, and public knowledge of this, and public knowledge of this COVID-19 is not telling us the whole truth. So I'm wondering why one man's opinion of something that is obvious should be a problem. Is there anyone who will say he completely believes all that is going on? Okay, please, I should leave the man. There's freedom of speech in Nigeria. Power and freedom comes with responsibility. He has power. He has large following. He is a public figure. He has a huge spiritual base. And he's not just one person who is speaking, Melodina. He is Pastor David IBIYEOMIE, the General Overseer of Salvation Ministries. And indeed, he's pastor to all those who attend other churches, but also follow his preaching, like someone just said in the comments. So he's not just one man. He's more than one man. He has a large army of hundreds of thousands of followers. Now, can you imagine the outcome if all those hundreds of thousands of people who attend 5 nights of glory, there's no space? All those who attend Salvation Ministries, first service, second service, third service, fourth service, fifth service, is that sixth service? Fifth service, no space. All those who attend 5 nights of glory, which is a wonderful program, I've been blessed by it, from around the world. Around the world. All those in Salvation Ministries, different branches in the UK, not one. Salvation Ministries, different branches around the world, outside Nigeria, where coronavirus is raging. Say, Papa says there is no coronavirus. It's a scam. And therefore they tailor their habits. They change their habits and become unserious and put themselves and their loved ones at risk. Can you imagine the outcome? A wise man once said, it is better to err on the side of caution. Better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. David IBIYEOMIE is not one man. He's not one man. So when you say, let's allow him have his opinion, he's one man, that's not the way it is. With power, position, comes responsibility. I think that's a quote from Spider-Man or Superman. There's a call coming through.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. Thanks for joining us. So what's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Humphrey, calling from Port Harcourt.
Humphrey, welcome. Please go on.
Yeah. When you train on the social media, people are just saying, coming on air, talking about David IBIYEOMIE.
Yeah.
Talking about what he said and what they have to put on their mouth.
Yeah.
Wait, I just got a video from a friend in a isolation center that they have not attended to the person. This is 1 month. And if the virus is real in Nigeria and is real, the way it's working in US and it's working in Nigeria, people, I hope that people will not able to survive it in Nigeria. People will not survive it in Nigeria. If it's the virus that we know in US, is that same virus that is in Nigeria, people will not survive it. Do you know that malaria +2 is higher than COVID-19?
So what of all those people who died, who we know, what do we say to them and their families? Who we know and they died of coronavirus. We know these people, like Abba Kyari, for instance. Even young people we know who died.
On his head. Abakar had complicated cases on his head. His head status is not as other ones. Because if it is the virus itself that is in Nigeria, both Lagos that we are hearing figures like this, figures like that, it will be more than that. It's just like people comes to air. They're just talking about David Ibiyeomie. I'm not talking about David Ibiyeomie. Our brother, I've sick for malaria plus 2 before. I see hell out of me in malaria. I was weak. My 2 legs are weak. When I sick malaria about 3 years ago, my 2 legs are weak. My hands are weak. I can't walk.
So are you saying that people are suffering from malaria plus 2 and not COVID-19?
It's malaria that is affecting people. They should.
Since malaria is killing more people than coronavirus, should we not be careful about it even some more?
We have to be careful on our normal hygiene, but it's not as what they are saying, what the government is saying, both in River State and other places. It's not what they are saying. They should give us the right figure that is there. It's not all about giving us different numbers. You will come today, you tell us it's like this, that will not even put the cure on it.
Okay. All right, my brother, thank you. We've almost hit 2 hours. We've never done 2 hours on this program before. We have to go. My take, ladies and gentlemen. I've done a bit of that before now to tell you what I think. About what someone said. I think it was Melodina that it's one man's opinion, and I tried to tell you it's not one man. But the pastor said, everything now they say it's coronavirus. Everything now they say it's coronavirus. I sort of agree, to an extent, a large extent, to that view. That people are, in a panicky mode right now. People are in a scary position right now, and are not really informed. Of course, even the scientists and the health authorities around the world don't know everything about coronavirus. I was reading an article online about a doctor, a very qualified doctor in the field that has to do with looking at things like coronavirus. I've forgotten what his specialty is, but he said he wore everything. He wore covering on his hands, covered his nose with a very, very good mask, wore gloves, and went to sit on the flight. That he's discovered that he got coronavirus through his eyes. That he's discovered that he got coronavirus through his what? His eyes. He didn't wear goggles. The only thing he didn't wear was goggles, and that's how he thinks he got it. And that is not the first person I've heard saying that he was safe. One guy said he was safe. He went out, UK, they allowed them a break to go sit outside before they shut down everywhere. And he sat far from the person. He wore gloves, mask and all that, and he got it. So this man, this doctor, was saying he believes that coronavirus can be transmitted even through the eyes. The droplets can get into your eyes, and you get it. Which is why I think the health workers even cover their eyes. If you check it, they wear large goggles or this, kind of like glass face covering. What I'm saying is that even the best and most qualified health practitioners don't know everything about coronavirus. Even its effect on kids. We're learning as we go because this is, as they call it, novel. It's a new disease or a new strain. So there is a lot left to chance. What they say is when you feel or you have some symptoms, go ahead and, isolate yourself, stay away, watch yourself. If you have a high temperature, if you lose your sense of smell, your sense of taste, and, if you start sweating profusely, you develop a fever, start coughing or sneezing or, uncontrollably, you have a cold, something in your throat. There are a lot of things that we have to look out for. And then you can call the authorities to come look at you. And if they come and see that what you have is enough for them to take you into an isolation center, they'll do that and then test you. All right. And there are those who've been tested around the world and the test came out positive, but they didn't show one single symptom, not even one single symptom. So there's a lot we don't know about it. And therefore, some people might just have something that may not be related to coronavirus, but out of the panic and fear, nobody wants to die. And the people who are dying. Look at the bodies that were taken in Italy. Look at the bodies that were taken in the United States. Look at the bodies that were taken in Spain. And look at the bodies that were even taken in Kano. So, there's a lot we don't know. It is possible that some of the people who have died may not have died out of coronavirus, but because of the way they died and the period they died in, maybe they were not tested, we can say it's coronavirus. The American who died in the Southwest, they didn't test him. A test was not done. After he died, they couldn't test him. So what I'm saying is, I agree with David IBIYEOMIE when he says, people are jumping, everything now they say it's coronavirus. Someone else covers it. But the thing is, it's not a reason to not be careful. That's why I disagree with him. It is not a reason to not be careful. I believe he thinks and he believes there is coronavirus. But he believes that a lot of the things that people are saying is coronavirus may not necessarily be coronavirus. And I believe that if he were to have another chance to say what he thinks, he would not say there is no COVID-19 in Nigeria. Maybe that's a slip of the tongue. He wasn't reading from his script. He wasn't thinking about his words well. I think so. If he has another chance, I think he'll. Because how can you say there is coronavirus and then there's no coronavirus in the same speech? It doesn't make sense. So he didn't think about it well. I think that because of the position and of authority, responsibility, and leadership that David IBIYEOMIE holds, when you have something like this that has an effect around the world and we're not sure about a lot of it, and you're not speaking from a spiritual point of view, you're not speaking from a scientific point of view, you're just speaking from a personal point of view based on what you think, there's a lot that you get wrong. There's a lot that you could get wrong. I mean, you could get a lot right, no doubt. So, because of the people who listen and the interpretation that they might give to it, it's best to not say what you're not sure about. To not say what you are not double sure about. If you were to ask David IBIYEOMIE to defend what he can give you clear-cut proof. He cannot give you clear-cut proof, scientifically or even religiously, that there is a COVID-19 in Nigeria. Some part of the Bible, the apostle was saying, I think it was Paul, who said, this is not God speaking through me, but I am speaking, or one of the prophets. I can't remember. This is not God speaking, but I. And I think in this speech, it wasn't God speaking or the Spirit speaking through IBIYEOMIE. He was just giving his own point of view. When he says that if Dr. C had coronavirus, I would give him malaria tablets, I think majority of us, a lot of people, or those who are informed and who've been following this, whole episode, know that the coronavirus is not what they treat. They treat underlying conditions. So they're not going to give you a pill to cure you from coronavirus, to cure the coronavirus. They're not going to give you a pill to kill the coronavirus. They will be looking at the conditions, the health complications that arise as a result of the virus. So a lot of things have to do with the immune system. The immune system. They say AIDS is acquired immune deficiency syndrome. The coronavirus really attacks your system. So people are looking at immune booster, looking at immunity, taking things that boost them, because you have to develop antibodies. Am I correct? It's antibodies. Antibodies to fight the virus. So if you have underlying medical conditions, and someone talked about this on my program yesterday, and he's a member of Salvation Ministries, so I have to play what he said to him. If you have underlying medical conditions, be it malaria, be it pneumonia, or whatever, lung disease, whatever, a heart condition, you are in danger because the virus will weaken your systems and it can attack you in so many ways. So the malaria, the virus is not there, like they give you a pill, you cure the virus. They have to manage the different complications that arise. So the pastor was wrong in that respect. For now, what we know is that there's a test. The test is done, and you can test positive or negative. Going by what we have in Nigeria, he says the numbers aren't as much as they say they are. I personally believe we have more than those numbers are telling. Whether it is coronavirus or not, I don't know. But I believe whatever is being passed from person to person, we have more. These doctors and scientists around the world are the same places some of these pastors go to for checkup. These same pastors send their kids to school abroad, it's not all of them, some, to study in these universities. And these people who have formed this science teach them. There is a disease that is being passed, a virus that's being passed from person to person. It's been proven. We don't know everything about it. And yes, some of what we are hearing from our own people here and even abroad may not add up. True. But there is a virus. There is a virus. Even Donald Trump has moved away from saying it's a hoax to now looking for the solutions. The pastor said, read your Bible so you don't have coronavirus. In as much as I'm a very spiritual person, I had not seen where it's been said in the Bible that if you read the scriptures, that you will not have the diseases. Just reading the Bible alone. Because if anybody stands up, anyone whose level of faith is not at the level of David IBIYEOMIE or Kofi Bartels or you, Christian, who watching. If the person's just read Bible, or if I read Bible, I understand. Bible says the word of God is health to our bones. The words that speak their spirit and their life. But you don't just say if anybody reads the Bible, their headache will go, waist pain will go. If they read the Bible, they will not have coronavirus. Everybody doesn't have the same level of faith. What we should be telling our congregation, it should be, don't give God too much work. Jesus said, go to the fish, the river, pick a fish, where they came to collect tax from him. Open the mouth of the fish, bring out a coin. Whose picture do you see on that coin? Julius Caesar. And he said, give to Caesar what is Caesar's. There's nothing that should stop a preacher. And I'm not saying, Pastor IBIYEOMIE hasn't said this. While I agree with him, on the point of people being scared and panicked over things that may not be the virus, and that some things are not adding up. But the responsible thing to do is to realize that not everybody in the congregation would have the level of faith that will enable them to access certain spiritual benefits that some of his members or even he himself has access to, which is to open the Bible and read it and get healed. I don't remember reading anywhere in scripture where it says open your Bible and everybody will be healed. Just read the Bible and everybody will be healed. Because then there was no Bible. But I mean, it's the word of God. It's the word of God. There's a tendency that some people somewhere who just feel, if I read the Bible, that's all. May I just read Bible? May I just read Bible? I'll be healed. And just go and do that. And then they leave carelessly. So it's important that, he has to let his congregation understand, don't just go and think that you're a spiritual, a Superman. Be careful. Be prayerful. Be obedient. Read your Bible, but also take precautions. I think that all those things he said were not sarcasm. He was saying what he but the part where he talked about sarcasm was when he talked about giving the states money. And I know he was referring to the governor of River State when he said, we are all producing state. This is where the state, the money. So I think that was where the sarcasm comes from. But I ask a question. With all those hundreds of thousands of people who attend Salvation Ministries directly or indirectly, Those who go once a year for 5 nights of glory, and then when they finish, go back to their thing. Let them not go there. If all of them start downloading this message to say, okay, I won't wear mask, I won't practice social distancing, I won't wash my hands, I won't use hand sanitizer, what we have on our hands? I agree that some things are not adding up. And I agree, and I know where Pastor IBIYOMI'S is coming from. Don't get me wrong. And I sincerely have that feeling too. But there's a lot we do not know yet. You know, there's a lot we do not know yet. And this was him bearing his mind, not saying, "Thus saith the Lord." He didn't say, "Thus saith the Lord." It was him bearing his mind. You know, there's a lot we do not know. A lot doesn't add up. I personally feel that some of the things they're saying, it's still coronavirus. That, in fact, some countries, some doctors are saying they are paying them, they're giving them incentives to write on death certificates. This person died of coronavirus in America. Some doctors are just getting mad. They're like, why can't we have a solution to this thing? Why are you forcing us to write? You know, some things are not, there's a conspiracy somewhere, either of corruption or something. I don't know. But you see, we cannot speak with certainty when we're not sure. We don't have facts. We speak amiss. And we might be wrong. And then we endanger lives because we stand in a position of power, authority, leadership, influence, which comes with responsibility. I'd like to thank you very much for your time. We've done 2 minutes and 12 seconds, 2 hours and 12 minutes. We haven't done this for a long time. We have never done 2 hours before. It's almost midnight. More comments are coming in here. I wish I could read this. Talented Jerry. Chimizi, my friend. Good evening to you. Chinedu Osuji, thank you very much for your time. All of you who've joined in today, I want to thank you very much. My name is Kofi Bartels. Today is Tuesday. I'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. From all of us here at Late Night Talk, thank you very much for your time and have a fantastic night. See you tomorrow, 9:30. Don't fail to make a date. Good night.